The user deadboy4453 asked me if I can make a tutorial showing the synth before the drop, the melody and bass line. And I'm very thankful for that idea because, I mean, I'd love to show you. I guess you meant this blue one right here. So the concept of this, I'm sorry for not showing the drop anymore, but it was about the build-up. So I'm gonna talk about the build-up. So the idea behind this all is a very common one for my songs, is always to have this kind of 8th or 16th wobble or like LFO shape. That gets always more and more pronounced. And here you can listen, in the end it goes like stereo. It flies around your head in the 16th, or no, it's 1/24. So yeah, it gets more sped up and sends you off into the drop. So what I'm doing here is I don't have to use any more percussions because the synth is speeding up for itself, so I don't have to use any more snare rolls or stuff like that. So the next most important part for the synth is, I guess, I don't know if you reference this, but in the drop there are these bass sounds, and I always like to anticipate what is going on in the drop right before. So we have all these sounds playing before, and even the sub. I used the same sub from the drop, so this is basically the same sounds like here. So it's just the sub of this, and the sub lines are just playing with the other sounds, with the. So you kind of get this da-da-da building up, so you anticipate what is going to happen in the groove of the drop. The other part that is often like underestimated, but I mean here it doesn't play that big of a role, but of course I also have some kind of FX going on here. This is some kind of Topfdeckel, some kind of sounds, just doing these little... It's just basically Foley, man. These are, of course, a big part of how the quality of the sound is perceived. Otherwise, this sound is very, very pale, actually. It's just this wavetable synth, detuned, with noise. A little bit of this modern pulse width modulation, so that it just easily climbs up, so that it goes from sine wave, I think. No, it's a saw. It's a filtered saw in the beginning, but then with the pulse width, it gets more screechy. It gets more high frequency content. So right here, it doesn't even have much reverb, to be honest. The reverb starts crawling in at this point. It's on a separate send. So actually this whole sound is not very complicated. It just moves up in the higher register, the filter moves up, the reverb gets louder, and the whole bop 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 modulation gets louder as well. This sound effect is not that hard. I mean, I just put this 8th LFO effect on it, and then everything you have to do is make it sound alive. And this is basically what I'm doing here, is just assuring that this sound goes into different spaces and shifts around, so that you have a very lively thing. And maybe a little fun fact is that this sound was the last thing to come to this remix. It was actually done without this sound even, because it works totally fine without. And that's why I had to put so much effort in it, not driving away from the main idea, not taking too much of the focus, but also like just emphasizing what's already there, emphasizing this build-up energy. I needed something to fill up the high frequency, to make like bop, 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 this hype up. So I guess I would just recommend you to use some kind of saw, detune it, and use this wop, 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 8th effect. I hope this was okay, Dead Boy, and yeah, see you in the next video.